Oh god. Life is pain. Hello. I am here now. And I must apologize for not doing anything yesterday, but a lot of my family members are getting sick, and I'm very worried about getting sick myself. It's like, don't worry, it's just like a cold for everyone, but it's one of those really strong colds that you don't want to have. And I definitely don't want to get sick, so I took some time off, just sat back, watched my brother-in-law play some Skyrim, helped kill a bunch of people in Skyrim. I never understood Skyrim. Like, I don't like it. It's very silly to me. And when I tried to play it, like when I was like, I don't know, 17 years old or something, I was like, this is boring. And then I went and played fucking Breath of the Wild, because Breath of the Wild is different, right? Well, anyway. Gonna be opening the game in a second here. I just need to pause a few things. Yes, there we go. Yeah, I'll be opening the game already. That's fine. Also, I have D&D brainworms, so this is perfect for us to be playing right now. Let me see here. I need to change the audio preferences. Let's see. Come on. But yeah, how is everyone else doing anyway? I am actually doing pretty well. I thought I wouldn't have a lot of work to do this week, but I do have a lot of work to do, and I missed my French class like a moron because I didn't get enough sleep, so that's on me completely. And I've been waiting and really wanting to play this again because I really miss Kim. And I remembered that we don't have Kim right now either. So I'm about to be very depressed for like hours now. What do I even do without Kim? We can't do this. We can't do anything about this. But eggs jam harder core. Find a tape with a melody for Egghead. We could probably go hunting for a tape, but or do the jam mystery, but I don't want to do that without Kim. Let's see. Joys. The tattoos, sing karaoke. They're gonna do that one later. There's not a whole lot to be doing anymore. Although the bar door here. Let's see, what else is there to do? The medicine cabinet, I don't think we can redo. And Renee is no longer with us. And I don't feel like taking away Gaston's sandwich now that Renee has died. The padlock door with Suna, the map wall, barbell, the wash basin. Why don't we go talk to Lillian? Yeah, let's go talk to Lillian. It's not like she can have anything that will be, like, super important, will it? Cuno, do you have anything to say right now? I'm very lonely.
Cuno saw you wield that can. Sweet graffito action, pig. Cuno likes that delinquent shit.
Yeah, you like art, Cuno? Papa's bad to the bone, Cuno, rotten to the core. Thank you, Cuno, I really appreciate it. You like art, Cuno?
Fuck no, art shit.
Oh yeah, what about your little locust city then? Write an imaginary notebook. Got it. Art's shit. What about the locust city?
It's not art, it's fucking brutal. Nothing pussy about it. The fuck out of here.
Even the pigs think it's garbage.
Kuno!
Look, bitches, Kuno's gonna wrap it up for you. Talk business or fuck off. Enough about this art shit.
What was that about running you an errand and illegal narcotics, Kuno? I don't think I should say this at all, but let's see what happens.
Kuno gets it from his dad. Kuno and his dad are major suppliers. That's
Oh
where
my
Kuno
God.
gets his lightning on. Problem is, Kuno and his dad had a little falling out. Now
Oh my God.
junkies clawing at Kuno's door. Streets going mad. Kuno's got to throw his dirty popo man at it.
Okay. This is very interesting, but I have to get back to you. Yeah, I don't think I want to do drugs.
Don't take for fucking ever. Cuno's got wheels turning everywhere. Cuno doesn't fucking care.
Okay, Cuno. Thank you, Cuno. Goodbye, Cuno. Yeah, let's go talk to her. To the net picker lady something. Was that a thought? I thought I heard a thought bubble come up, but apparently not. God. Life is so fucking meaningless without Kim. I don't want to do anything without Kim. I'm sad. Is there anything back here, actually? Like anything that I can break open with my tool? My trusty tool? Which, by the way, I don't have. Oh, I do have. Okay. It almost looks like I don't. So I got confused for a second. Nothing in here, huh? Apparently not. Hello, I need entertainment. My boyfriend is gone. And I'm very sad. I can still go in here. What's in here? I don't remember. Let's see. Oh, it's fucking nothing. Unless... Hold on. Maybe? Nothing in here? Really? Fine then. I guess I'll go fuck myself. I wonder if the drunks have anything to say about the boombox. That would be kind of funny. But alright. I guess we'll check on the drunks first. They're entertaining. I can probably waste some time with them. Although, what's with this?
You sit on the wind-worn wooden planks of the bench. Your feet ache.
Twiddle your thumbs. Oh, that's passing
The twiddle
time!
barely keeps your hands warm against the frigid wind blowing from the coast. After a while, you've had enough.
Stare into the sky. Just let me go to bed!
Time passes. The sun does its best to ward off the chill of the coast. It barely helps, as if the world itself has turned against you.
Think deep thoughts. Yes.
You finally stop picking your nose.
30 minutes, come on. Just let me go to bed. I need to go to bed.
Time passes. The sun draws ever.
I need to go to bed so that I can see Kim tomorrow. Give him back to me. Anyway, ma'am, I will be taking this room this time so I can save up the money that I earned completely legally. I didn't swindle a weird man in a cargo container. Alright. Bed.
The bed is comforting, if a bit run down.
Not yet? What, do you need to be like 21? I will make it 21. I will twiddle my fucking thumbs for like an hour. I read Dick Mullen and now I can do this. Wait, no, I didn't read Dick Mullen. I need to read Dick Mullen.
You sit on the...
Think!
Time passes. The evening shade on the sand makes you think of a place which is all sand, nothing but sand, as far as the eye can see.
You know what? Just to be sure, let's let it be super dark.
Time passes. The evening shade on the...
It's time, let's go to bed. I cannot do any more time without Kim by my side. I want him back.
It's getting cold, this late in the night. Time to call it a day.
Yes. Alright, reptilian brain. How are we doing today? Oh, you're not gonna go to bed immediately?
The bed is comforting, if a bit run down. Still, you've earned a rest.
Honestly, it's better than the bed in the whirling.
The place feels almost like home now. Quiet and dignified around you.
Oh.
A new life by the seaside. You're incredibly tired. The darkness and warmth come fast. You're falling asleep.
Yes. Alright, now, reptilian brain, how are we doing?
Easier this time. Drifting off, your head has found a comfortable indent in the pillow. Your legs and your torso feel like lead weights sinking to the bottom of the sea. Until they're suddenly light.
Oh, I know that exact feeling.
This respite. You've earned it, brother. Bask in the darkness.
Yeah?
Let it swallow you up and swivel you around while you forget everything you've managed to remember.
But I've been bad. I haven't earned this. Is this the last stream? No, I haven't earned this.
No, you haven't. You've just been.
Is this the last stream?
No, this is the one before that. We'll just keep cycling it for you if you don't mind.
Oh my god.
As long as we can. Spin it like black yarn.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Thank you, darkness. Thank you.
You're welcome, Harry boy. You earned it.
Fall into a deep, uninterrupted sleep.
After centuries of darkness, the alarm rings. But what's
Oh.
this? You actually feel rested. There's no time to cuddle with your pillow, however, or as much as shiver from the cold. The world awaits.
They actually let me sleep.
Go.
Okay, Volition. That's strange. They actually let me sleep. Like, I'm actually doing well. Harry, let's go. Wakey wakey, Harry. It's time. Why are you on the chair, actually? Do you just not have any other animation for being in the bed? So you have to wake up somewhere that you're sitting? Because that's the animation for the Whirling in Rags, Speaking of the Whirling in Rags, let's go! Hi!
Yes?
Tell you the case.
What do you want to know?
Can we go over the preliminary?
You mean like a brief? Do you want me to brief you again?
No, I'll wing it.
There's no reason to wing anything. If you didn't get the brief, that's okay. I did. 3 days ago, the RCM... During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute.
So, why didn't we know anything about the caller?
They, Klaasje, as there's a
Yeah.
strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters.
I understand.
Just to be clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find the killer. That's the case. Uncover and arrest the killer.
Okay.
Good.
You don't want to talk about... You don't want to talk? You don't want to talk? You don't want to talk? Come on, I want to talk to you. Where is the bullet? Interact.
The bullet is still safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp.
Well, I think I know where this came from.
Okay. And?
The shot probably came from a Bell McGrav rifle.
An antique. That makes sense.
Yeah?
There can't be many breech-loading rifles floating around in Martinez, or anywhere in Ravachol, really.
Why not?
Sure, there's some arms trafficking, but the laws prohibiting the use of breech loaders we inherited from the monarchy have been effective, from what I've seen. Some new RCM recruits get impatient with their muzzle loaders once they've trained with military-grade weapons, but they realize it's worth it in the end.
Worth what? Getting shot? I think we have more power. We should have more powerful guns. Worth what? Getting shot?
Imagine if everyone cops, citizens had access to firearms that could shoot multiple rounds without pausing to reload. After the first shot, the second, third, and so on come much easier. But back to the investigation.
Seems like we're looking for some antiques enthusiasts. Could the victim have been mixed up with some foreign guerrilla fighters? Have well-armed Jamrock bangers started crossing over into Martinez? Yes, something mysterious is afoot with this antique bullet type. An antiques enthusiast, no?
Doesn't seem that likely, but we'll check out all possible leads. Next step, finding the gun itself.
Alright. What else? What else? Civilization building board game. Suzerainty. What other board game do I have? Wirral.
Large letters on the front form a title. Wirral. The colorful box is illustrated with bucolic vistas. The cover art also features odd-looking humanoids. Some short, some taller, some with pointy ears, others with ephemeral wings.
Examine the box.
Text underneath the title in smaller typeface reads, 3rd edition, Mega Setting Supplements Module. The side panel adds, a sword and sorcery adventure board game with new maps and miniatures.
Shake the box.
Mysterious things rattle inside. What could they be? Dice? Plastic miniatures? A fantastical alternate world full of magic and wonder?
I just realized I have to edit the title of this. Because Kim is back. There. Now it reflects my feelings correctly.
None of that witless man from Hyundai, fascist dross, hidden behind faux realistic allegory. Wirral is no cliche-ridden apologia for colonial violence. Wirral is pure imagination.
Wirral is better.
Yes, the Wirral setting is known for its complicated system of political alignments. But if you're not into that, you can just hack your way through dungeons in search of loot. That's what most people do.
Look at the back.
A blurb on the back reads, tired of the tedium and toil of modern life? Escape to Wirral.
Oh
Leave
yeah.
behind e-solas and nations with their petty squabbles. Discard electricity, magnets, and boring technological widgets.
Why did you have to immediately go after magnets?
Succumb to a world of high pasternal fantastique. Unleash your imagination and create an adventure of endless possibilities. Discover the terrible secret threatening Wirral. Can your
Oh?
band of adventurers save the world?
Yes, we're ready to take on this challenge.
Exactly. That's the spirit.
Yes.
All you have to do is read an intricate rulebook, study an assortment of maps, and fold the illustrated game board and start rolling dice.
Yeah.
In no time, you could be romping through grasslands with low-level characters, hunted by Iskala riders, or battling unspeakable monsters in endless dungeons fraught with danger and despair, conjuring up forceful magics to aid your quest.
Fuck yeah, let's open the
You
box.
pry open the box. Inside, you find a folded-up map, a small booklet, a 24-sided die, and a little plastic figurine.
Let's look at the booklet.
A quick guide to the magical races of Wirral. Create your own hero, choosing from any of these completely unique and fantastical backgrounds.
Completely unique.
The options are in order of importance. The Welkin, the Tweog, the humans, the fairy folk, and the pygmies.
I like how I got Kim back because we have to do the investigation and whatever, and I immediately started to go back into D&D.
The Welkin, tall, lithe, and graceful, with long flowing hair and pointy ears. They're known for being powerful magic users, but can also hold their own in a brawn-driven fight.
Okay.
The Welkin come with a variety of exciting sub-races. High Welkin, Forest
God.
Welkin, Lake Welkin, and Snow Welkin. But if you're not feeling experimental, a basic Welkin will always do.
Let's read about the Dwergor.
A grand race of industrious mountain people. They're short, stout, and muscular, and enjoy digging for gold and other precious minerals. They're also well versed in the art of combat, where they prefer to use axes and hammers.
I'm sorry, but the word welking is just fucking destroying me.
The Tweog also come in a few different sub-races. Hill Tweog, Shield Tweog, and Dark Tweog.
What about the humans?
They're just humans. What else is there to tell? They're average in all stats, and jacks of all trades.
D&D! What about the fairy folk?
A very small race of flying people, known for being mischievous, full of trickery. They often lure people into their magical traps. There are no sub-races for the fairies.
Boring! What about the pygmies?
The least popular of the Wirral races,
Aww.
the pygmies, are short, rotund, and dim-witted. Pygmies live in small villages made of shoddy wooden dwellings. They spend most of their days tilling the earth and smoking their pipes. There are no sub-races for the pygmies.
I'm gonna be a pygmy. Look at the map.
A reprint of a crude hand-drawn map. The top left corner reads, Lands of Wirral. The map features both small villages and mid-sized towns with odd names, in addition to meadows, forests, hills, lakes and seas, also with odd names. It doesn't seem to correspond with anything you've seen thus far. It's not a very helpful map.
Look at the die.
It's made from some sort of wood and has been decorated with peculiar plant motifs.
Take the die.
You place the die into your pocket. It's always good to have luck on your side.
Look at the figurine.
You see a man in ragged clothes wearing a lopsided hat and wielding some sort of a firearm.
Huh, interesting. A communard.
A what?
A communard. One of the leftist revolutionaries in the anti-centennial revolution.
What's so interesting about that? That doesn't sound very Wirral-like.
It is not. The communards are not a part of the game setting. I guess someone misplaced it during the packaging process.
Does this mean we can't play? Maybe we should make a role-playing game set during the revolution.
Good luck finding people who'd want to play as communard.
Take the figurine.
You pick the figurine up by the base to meet your gaze. The little plastic man stares back at you, his face contorted into a disturbing shout. Then you pocket it.
Close the box.
A colorful box with the title Wirral in bold letters. It's a board game.
Put the box away. Oh, but I wanted to play. Send that Wirral die. Look at the map tab in journal to see which white checks have opened. Oh, fuck. What a nice little figurine. A turn of the century leftist revolutionary in ragged clothes. On his head lies a lopsided hat, seemingly an ushanka. In his hand he carries a little musket. Whoa, what do you mean they opened? Ah. God, I hate this fucking thing. It's so bad. Ah, well. You don't want to play? What about Suzerainty?
In your hands, you hold a brand new copy of the game, Suzerainty. It's snugly wrapped in a skin of plastic. The cover features a charming illustration depicting a mass of grinning laborers loading goods onto a ship, while a richly dressed administrator oversees their work.
Shake the box.
The box has a nice heft to it. You hear the rattle of individual wooden tokens and feel their weight shifting back and forth.
Oh.
What treasures wait in store for you? Even before you open it, you can tell that this will be a meaty game of grand strategy and complex player interactions.
Remove the plastic wrap.
The plastic wrap rips off as easily as a bodice in a tawdry historical romance.
Open the box.
There's a hiss as the lid slides off. Inside, you find a thick, full-color rulebook and more than a dozen pouches of various wooden components. Savor that new board game smell. A
Yeah.
mix of wood, paper, and ink, all wrapped in the sweet must of cardboard.
Read the rulebook.
Welcome to Suzerainty, a game of economic strategy for the whole family. The rulebook is sumptuously illustrated and thick as a Gradian novel.
Economic strategy? More like rapacious plunder and exploitation. Finally, a proper game to teach children about the importance of trade and the global economy. Exploitation, man.
Colorful illustrations depict cheerful workers picking apricots, hauling marble sculptures out of crumbling temples, and harvesting a strange magenta-leafed plant. Everyone is smiling. You begin to suspect there may be a political agenda to this so-called family game. Only one way to find out.
Ruro.
The instructions are opaque at first and introduce many concepts you're not familiar with. Fortunately, there are many diagrams and examples throughout. You soon figure out the basic conceit. Each player represents an administrator for the Suzerain of Revachol. Your objective is to increase the Suzerain's wealth and renown by accumulating victory points.
How do you accumulate victory points?
That's where the Suzerain's vassals come in. The game features 4 vassal nations, each one home to an economically important resource.
Yeah?
Each turn, the player collects resources from vassals where they've placed workers.
Oh,
they may
man.
then rearrange their workers, fulfill contracts for coin and bonuses, or build structures back in Revachol. As you leaf through the pages, your eye catches on a sidebar labeled Advice for Beginners.
Ignore it. Just tell me how the winner is determined.
The actual scoring system appears infinitely complex, with a series of tables and appendices required to compute each player's final victory point total. You skip that part for now.
You know what? Fuck it. Kim, wanna play?
The lieutenant looks over the rulebook before he sees something that makes his eyes go wide.
Holy shit. The average playing time for this game is 1 to 6 hours. I'm not sure we can afford to set aside that kind of time for a game.
Convince Kim to play with it. Okay. I'm fucking safe scumming. I'm fucking safe scumming. I'm fucking safe scumming. We're gonna do this. Kim, we can spend 6 hours in this. Come on, we can do it.
The Suzerainty
Let's do
box
it.
is het what? Does the lieutenant hate fun? Is he the fun police?
Who died and made you the fun police?
The lieutenant gives you a sour look. He may or may not hate fun, but either way, he does not appreciate your attitude.
Convince Kim to play with you. +1 persistent.
Have you tried goading him?
You're just chickening out because you know I'd crush your ass.
In your dreams, maybe. I've thrashed my share of trash talkers before. Now, come on. Let's put childish things aside.
Ignore the mock umbrage. Now he wants to prove it to you.
Convince Kim to play with you. +1 persistent, +1 really persistent. Come on.
At this point, playing badgering may be your best bet.
Come on, Kim, please. The lieutenant sighs so hard for a moment it seems like he may asphyxiate.
All right, detective. You win. How do we play this game?
I don't know, let's wing it. I read the rules already, I'll show
You
you.
explain the basic setup procedures to the lieutenant, who seems to be a quick study. You each take your bag of tokens and counters and unfold the board between you.
Yes!
In the center is the crown of Revachol. Radiating outward are her colorful vessels, each one supplying some raw material desired by the suzerain. Apricots from Safre, archaeological treasures from Ilmarat, sugars from the Seminine Islands, and magenta cocaine from Supra Muindi and Sara Maritza.
Cocaine, yeah!
There's also a neat little log to keep track of your progress in case you need to put the game away and return to it later. The lieutenant goes first. He draws a contract card and moves several of his workers to the Safre territory of the board and the others to the Seminine Islands.
All right, detective. Your turn.
You
Oh
have
boy.
a few options available to you. Will you try to fulfill contracts right away or rearrange your workers to maximize production on future turns?
Let your workers rest for a while.
What? It's the very beginning of the game. Your workers haven't even done any work yet.
Okay, make them work a little but not too much. Let them rest anyway.
There's no concept of rest in Suzerainty. Workers have to work. You produce a handful of archaeological treasures and a smattering of other resources.
Fine.
Meanwhile, the lieutenant spends 2 of his sugar and 1 of his apricot tokens to complete his contract card.
Oh
He
god.
is rewarded with 4 coins and a round wooden token that he places in the center of the board.
That's a market. It's worth 2 victory points.
Hey, why don't I get one of those? Kim, can I do my first turnover? I think I messed up. Hey, why don't I get one of those?
Don't worry. It was mostly just luck. You'll earn some points soon enough.
Fuck, he's gonna win.
What is that patronizing tone? You're one of the Suzerain's trusted administrators. You may need to put the lieutenant in his place.
I'm not even sure what points are. That's part of the problem. Glower silently.
The lieutenant returns your baleful look with a satisfied grin.
You piece of shit. I love you.
Come on, is that your game face? You're practically broadcasting your position to the lieutenant with that expression. Glancing over the board, you see several possible strategies. Pressing more workers into service would increase your economic output and help you to survive a possible conflict with the lieutenant. Or you could ignore your labor supply and focus on fulfilling contracts for points and resources. Those aren't your only options.
Oh?
You could also show your workers how much you appreciate them by investing some of that wealth in them.
Oh, you don't
After
make me
all,
do this.
They're the ones producing wealth for the Suzerain. Well, sure, you can do that. It's just not a terribly effective strategy, but then it's up to you.
Okay, what should I do? I'm bored with this. Let's fulfill some contracts.
Who cares about workers or territories?
No!
When the real action is in Revachol, you spend your turns fulfilling contracts for sweet coins and one-time bonuses.
Oh god.
After several turns, you have a neat pile of cardboard coins and several units of archaeological treasure, which you trade in to build a museum. You place a cylindrical piece of wood on the Revachol section in the middle of the board. It's meant to stand in for a beautifully adorned edifice filled with ancient wonders.
Well played, detective. That museum is worth 3 victory points.
3
Now
victory
it's
points.
the lieutenant's turn to respond.
Alright.
He moves aggressively onto the Safri territory. Soon, his workers are producing a steady supply of extremely valuable apricots.
Fuck.
For several turns, you struggle to respond to the lieutenant's burgeoning apricot empire. Eventually, you relocate the majority of your workers to Supremawindi and Saramaritsa, where they begin producing a bumper crop of cocaine tokens. You draw a new contract card. According to the text, there's an aristocrat willing to trade a large supply of cocaine for a number of coins and access to a rare bonus. Amplified music worth 7 victory points. You've reached a critical strategic juncture. How do you respond to the lieutenant's aggression?
Rock and roll, baby. Go for the contract. Give back to the workers. Attack the lieutenant and steal all his resources. I am going to roll a d3 for this, actually. We're giving back to the workers, baby!
Instead of focusing on amassing points, you embark on a quixotic project to win the hearts of your worker tokens.
Oh my
After
god.
several turns, you've unlocked advanced hobbies and health insurance. Your workers now produce an extra 2 resources per turn.
You do realize the game is called Suzerainty and not Workers' Paradise, right?
I'm just trying to do right by the people who actually generate the suzerain's wealth.
I don't think the Suzerain cares much about the welfare of its workers. Here, watch this.
Kim!
The lieutenant continues his strategy of aggressively producing apricots for export.
Oh my
He
god.
fulfills contract after contract, racking up ever more victory points. The end game is upon you. What would be your crowning achievement as the Suzerain's territorial administrator? You could continue your efforts to win the hearts of your worker tokens by building the rarely attempted public education system for your territories. Alternatively, you could actually try to win the game by building the extremely valuable victory column in Revachol, or by crushing the lieutenant in a devastating trade war. The choice is yours.
It's on, Kim!
The lieutenant nods gravely as you erect tariffs against his apricots and sugar. This is going to get ugly. With every turn, tariffs are raised until neither you nor the lieutenant are producing any income or
Oh my
generating
god.
resources for the Suzerain. Even in the best of cases, it's impossible to really win a trade war.
Oh my
But
god.
this is far from the best case, and the lieutenant's apricot-powered economic engine crushes yours.
No!
Soon, your coffers are empty, and the map lies strewn with your worker tokens.
Damn it.
I hope you learned your lesson.
My lesson? Yeah, never get involved in a trade war incident, eh?
Never fuck with Kim Kitsuragi.
I love this man.
Now, let's tally up the scores, shall we?
Computing the final scores is almost a game unto itself.
My
You
god.
each spend an inordinate amount of time making stacks of coins, consulting tables, and struggling with basic addition and multiplication. After double, then triple checking your maths, you have your final score.
Who won?
-5 victory points. You'll be lucky if the Suzerain doesn't have your whole family executed for such a pitiful performance.
Damn it.
I've got 15 points.
The lieutenant looks up from his tabulations. He says with a slight smirk on his face.
Don't look too glum, detective. There's always next time. Figuratively, I mean. There's no way we have time to play this game again. Now, let's clean up and get back to work.
You hold the open game box before you.
Put the game away. Those were in 6 hours. You just crushed me almost immediately, Kim. Are you fucking happy? My god, that was so worth it. I wanted to play D&D with him, but I guess Suzerainty is the best next thing. It's snowing. I feel bad for the little ones. These ones.
The trap, poor thing.
Someday I will get my phasmid. Someday. I promise. Anyway, Kim, did you know that I saw a man bending reality to his will? Hold on, it is snowing, so it's like pretty fucked right now, isn't it? Oh, we have to check with Alice. We have to check with Alice. Okay.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and...
Radio.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Did you find out more about the owner of the armor boots?
Yes. It took some convincing, but I got the mercenary's name and a few biographical details. Are you ready?
The lieutenant leans in to listen, notebook in hand.
The world will end soon.
Okay. Does that mean you're ready?
Shoot.
That suit of armor was issued to an Oranese citizen named Ellis Kortenaer. That's E-L-L-I-S Kortenaer. Exact date of birth, unknown. He was signed into the Lelystad County Neonatal Care Unit on 28th of February, 09.
Neonatal care unit?
He was found as a newborn in a leaf compactor near an
Oh my
abandoned
god.
farm. He spent 4 months in the neonatal unit, survived apparently, and was assigned to a foster family at 2. This is what the ICP knows about him. He was raised by foster parents, entered the East Brand Military Academy in Vredefort at 17, then served in the Oranese forces till he was honorably discharged in 41, just a year before the Seminese conflict.
Hold on a second here. I don't think you will hear it, but I just realized that my sister is playing piano, so that's honestly one of the best sounds I could probably sneak into this. So have fun if you hear a piano.
Then the armor followed him to Seminine, or at least I assume it did. And that's it. There are no records of his employment in Crenel, or any of its other incarnations, or him even entering Revachon.
Wait, he was found in a leaf compactor?
It's a garden tool used to press leaves into these cubes. It's a detail the hospital had, the only detail in these files. So I thought it would be good for you to know.
It is. Thank you, Alice.
Is it good? Any information on his foster parents?
None, officer. Sorry.
So all we have to connect him to the colonel is the armor.
Even that is a small miracle. These organizations usually double-check their inventory. Thank you, Alice. Great work.
That wasn't a shout.
No problem, Lieutenant.
A compliment from Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Not bad.
Well, we have his name and service record now.
The name. This is very good. Ellis Kortenaer.
Sometimes police work is about human dignity, about giving back names to anonymous victims.
Yeah.
I'm glad the inquiry was helpful to your investigation, officer. Did you have any other questions?
Nope.
57's over and out.
In the cabin, you
Thank you, Alice. I'm gonna miss talking to you a lot. Honestly. Now we have to talk to we have to talk to this guy, to Titus, and we should probably go back to Evrard so that we can find her, Lizzie, again. Hey, has this check opened?
Hi again, Gendarme. Bye-bye, Gendarme.
Ah. I want the check to open so bad.
What is it?
Hey, Titus. How you doing? Scan the room.
Starting from the right, sitting across.
Yes, we know this.
Then in the far corner, standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 44, 40-something.
Where?
On his neck. Let's call this size
Little guy?
in the mid. Awfuls. In conclusion, exactly.
The fuck is with you, fella?
I'm gonna take off now. Didn't we have to talk to him? Let's see. Get the whole story from Titus. Oh yeah, we have to confront Klaasje. Okay. We also have to locate a working firearm, and I have no idea where that's gonna be. But we can talk to Klaasje, sure. I got a feeling about one of those buildings that were near the coast in the fishing village. We're not really near the coast at all, actually, now that I think about it. Just like a... one of those. Because we had a small thing.
This medicine cabinet is stocked with drugs, plus an old...
Okay, I am starting to save scum for these things, because we are losing a lot of time.
This medicine cabinet is stocked. Nothing of note. The further you look...
Okay, load game. Yes. Speaking of which, we probably should... There was something that I needed to do back there. Oh yeah, the little buoyant thing by the fishing village. The one that was like, hey,
This
something could be
medicine
hiding
cabinet
here.
is stocked with a bright orange bottle with peptide stamped on it. In sunny, happy letters. Jackpot, baby.
Oh no.
That's the stuff you're looking for.
No.
Your palms begin to sweat just holding that little plastic container.
What's so exciting about this orange bottle?
It's speed, man. Just what you were looking for.
I'm not.
They call it dextroamphetamine.
No.
And talk about psychological disorders. But what we're seeing here is some scientifically advanced trucker speed.
Lieutenant, I also see a brand called Peptide.
Peptide, a euphemism for pharmaceutical amphetamine. Prescription speed.
The fuck are you waiting for?
No.
Let's get super fucking preppy.
No. We are not getting drugs at all, electrochemistry. You're the worst of my skill set. You just want me to have sex and drugs. Why are you like this, electrochemistry? I've worked hard, man. I want Kim to be proud of me. I don't want to let him down. He trusts me. Why aren't you like that, Reeve? I don't know. Of all the skill sets,
Always good to see you.
of all the skills, I don't know which one I would be, but I would probably be drama, just because I'm a little bitch like that.
Something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired, consigned to her fate, to being here with you and what's to come.
The Hardy Boys told us what really happened.
I understand.
Just like that.
Oh.
No resistance. Her shoulders are slouched, her feet long and straight.
You don't look surprised. You were expecting this.
I knew there was a chance you'd get them to tell you. It's what you do.
Yeah.
You're the police. For what it's worth, I'm sorry for wasting your time.
This is good. Clear the air first, between you two. Then move on to questions.
Correct.
No, it's not good. It's the opposite of that. This will let her dictate the terms of your... Shush, I can't hear what she's saying.
No, Volition is right.
Let the miss speak.
No.
She's tall and thin and tired.
No.
A twig trying so hard not to break.
No, you're all compromised. Shut the fuck up.
If you knew we would find out eventually, why did you waste our time?
Kim, thank you.
Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me. Out of the shit I'd gotten into.
That's not a good enough reason.
You're right. There's more.
More?
You answer to the coalition government. And by extension, the moral intern.
Briefly glancing over her shoulder to the sea, as she's done time and time again. A grand expanse of water reaches over the bay and to the horizon, grey and pale violet in the morning light.
What lies beyond it?
The pale, the Muindi Isola, the Occident, and then Oranje, the old world.
Is that why you're looking over your shoulder? You're afraid of the moral intern? What's the RCM's involvement with the moral intern got to do with this? The RCM isn't the lapdog of the moral intern. You don't have to worry. So you're afraid of the moral intern?
You share a database with them. You send people to their courts.
What's going on? What did you do?
Just business. But bad business for some people in the moral intern.
Oh.
If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me. They will...
What happens if they do?
They will kill me, sir.
Oh.
If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the moral intern mill.
So that's why they wanted her to be anonymous, because I guess if you're a victim of the other thing that they were saying she was a victim of, she could have been anonymous.
Well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me.
Oh.
Here we go. For once, you seem to have her off guard. Actually, this murder did have a little to do with her.
What did you do to have these people after you? What happened here the night he died? Why do you call the cops if you're hiding? When was the window change? What did you do to have these people after you?
It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Revachol, or even in Oranje.
What exactly did you do?
Industrial espionage.
Oh.
I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. I did my job well enough to be asked to do it again.
Oh boy.
With a bigger company. The kind you really, really don't fuck with. I took their ledgers, 2 decades worth of accounting.
My god, I hate dogs so much. I know that came out of nowhere, but the dogs are just going insane outside, and you start hating dogs when you used to live in a house that used to have like 7 dogs around you, literally just around you, and all of them would start barking at the same time like 3 times a day. You start really hating dogs after that. Not only that, but I'm also kind of scared of dogs anyway, so anyway.
I need the names of the companies involved and who hired you.
My god, that was a stupid tangent to go on.
The job was Lou's-Duin County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the Lou-Scop conglomerate. That was the second job. The first was some printer company. You wouldn't know them.
But she really destroyed them.
Oh man.
She still feels it.
As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me too. Along with Lou-Scop and their friends in the MI. Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, you don't have allies. You're radioactive.
You're breaking up? Do you feel it in your bones? I'm sure there are people who have done much worse than that. You're right, this is bad. You've destroyed what people have built. That's a lot of shit you've gotten yourself into.
It is. Many people lost their jobs. Not just C-suite. Ordinary people. What I did to get to accounting, a lot of people got hurt.
Man.
But that's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with. You're solving a murder.
That can wait. Look into her eyes. There's more.
What did you do?
One of them killed themselves because of me.
That's bad. How do you live with yourself? That's not easy to deal with.
How do you deal with anything? It's all just... How do you do it?
I'm a cop. I do what is right. By not remembering a single goddamn thing. I don't either.
There you have it. The way of the warrior.
What happened here the night he died?
We were there. Together. In bed, I mean.
Tell me exactly what happened.
Okay. He was in a kneeling position. He had just entered me. I was on my back, looking at him. I heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look. There was a hole in the glass. I turned back to him.
Oh.
His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open. Dumb. I could see. I could...
A great pain moves through her, a dark and indefinite wave.
Oh, man.
She continues in spite of it.
I knew he was dead. Before he fell down on top of me.
Then what happened?
He was heavy.
Oh,
I
jeez.
pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There. He only had his boots on. I bit the pillow, not to scream, then ran downstairs.
Ah, sorry, I had to sneeze.
I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one. It never came.
She's forgotten about her cigarette. The butt has burned right down to her fingernails.
Your cigarette, miss.
Oh.
Sorry this happened to you. Are you sure you're not making this up? That's a motherfucker. I'm sorry this happened to you.
So am I.
Yeah.
What time was this? When did it happen? It would help us if you could be as precise as possible.
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time. Around midnight.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Not as much as usual. He'd done a line, plus other things. I was drinking.
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw off.
Huh.
Much more than usual.
Titus said you looked pretty high.
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines, just to clear my head.
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
No,
What did you do then?
nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back up, drew the blinds. Blood was coming from his mouth. Not a lot, just a little. He was still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore, so I ran down and out of my room, into the hallway, down the stairs. I knew there would be people there.
Run, woman. Run past them and out into the streets where it's dark and people move. To the lorries at the intersection. As far as you can.
Why didn't you run away from here? As a matter of fact, why are you here now?
I already ran. I ran from an entire Isola. I can't run any further. Not with these people. This is as far as it gets.
What happened after you ran downstairs? What happened? Did you hear the gunshot? Did you kill Lily? Could the people after you have killed them? What happened after you ran downstairs?
Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the Union box was full. Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time. I sat down and they all welcomed me. I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong.
Oh man.
Ruby?
Before we continue, who is Ruby?
Ruby. You know, the leader.
Hardy?
The leader? Of what?
The Hardy Boys.
I thought Hardy was the leader of the Hardy Boys.
Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like things they need taken care of. She's the organizer.
This Ruby, in her phrasing, is entrusted with great power.
Oh,
She
wow.
trusts her. So do the others.
Okay, let's go on. What then?
Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They
Oh, I
know
gotta
my
sneeze.
situation, that I can't leave a paper trail. Ruby was the first one I told. She said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower, to keep him upright.
To mislead you, they were tampering with the body.
To produce lividity, matching a hanging?
Yes.
We completely missed the tampering. Looks like you got there in time. What was this, 20 minutes after death?
About 20, yes. Ruby explained it would make the blood... You know what he does.
Oh god, sorry about that. You know how sneezing is. Then what did you do?
Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on. His armor, too. It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. They carried him out. I knew what they were going to do. Make it look like a hanging. Ruby said they would.
Poor woman, damn. What did you do while they were hanging him?
Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while. That we should lay low or something. So I did.
This Ruby, where is this Ruby now?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
We will need to take this question to the Hardy Boys.
Yep.
Interesting. Why did this Ruby go through so much trouble to hide something someone else did? Look into this later. What are you doing?
Huh?
Coming up with a theory. She said Ruby knew something was wrong before she said anything. How come? It was loud downstairs. She couldn't have heard the shot.
It is ominous. You already coming up with theories that put the blame on someone other than Klaasje.
It wasn't Klaasje. When it happened, did you hear a gunshot?
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding.
The gunshot wasn't that loud. This is something to keep in mind when assessing the distance of the shot.
So it wasn't in the doomed commercial area. I had that theory that it would have been in the doomed commercial area, but it apparently wasn't. Could the people after you have killed him?
That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break.
And?
I thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me. All last week, I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone so they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me.
Either way, something to consider.
We can't go after Loose Cap. Not yet. There are other, saner leads.
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know, it's that you'll get nothing from there.
Why did you call the cops if you're hiding?
Because I'm an idiot.
Which is an indicator of truth. Idiot. She's nothing of the sort.
So you would have us believe, but you're not. I don't think so. Why did you do it? So you would have us believe, but you're not.
You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting. And then they picked his clothes off, and that little fucker threw stones at him.
Oh.
Her jaw is clenched. Her throat moves. It takes all her strength not to cave in and sob. Once. Just one time.
He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud. Thud. So I called you. I hope with all my heart it's not the last thing I do in Ravishol.
She definitely called the cops. That was task complete. It could not have been a lie. That is impossible. Oh God, that was a lie too. Who made the call then? She did, of course. Don't be paranoid, man. It's unbecoming of a police officer. And it makes you sweat.
When was the window changed?
Last week. Angus and Titus's brother, I think he's called Tibbs, took care of it.
You should have another look at that window after this.
I will.
Reconstruct the scene. It's right there.
In her bedroom inside?
Yes, you see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye.
I don't want to ask this, but did you kill Ellie?
What? Why would I put myself through this? Insanity. Get myself cornered like this. He wouldn't have died if it weren't for me. I know that. But I would never hurt him.
It could have been a desire murder. Maybe an act of jealousy. He was a serviceman. He must have had a gun lying around. Close to her hand. A military weapon using jacketed ammunition. Now you guys suddenly have theories pouring out. When they're obviously just stabs in the dark.
Downstairs people have this crazy idea that you killed him. It's okay if you did it in self-defense. Desires drive people loco. He must have had a weapon nearby. Did you use that?
No. I specifically asked him not to carry firearms when he was with me. He only had his stupid armor.
The bullet in his head. It was jacketed. Military grade. Who else here has a military rifle?
I don't know. His friends have rifles. Maybe those psychos did it. Coalition military have rifles. I'm not a munitions expert, and I did not shoot him.
Well, downstairs people have this crazy idea that you killed him.
I'm sad to hear that. They must have said it in some fit of frustration or under pressure. They couldn't have meant it. I've talked to them after it happened. No one has implicated me.
It's okay if you did it in self-defense.
I did not kill him to defend myself from rape. I told you before. That wasn't what happened.
Okay. I'd like you to answer some other questions.
Like what?
Now she's mad at me. I think we're done here.
She nods, silently. She doesn't even smoke. Just picks up the cold coffee and holds it in her hands. He's thinking, are we done here? Or should we arrest her? She's a flight risk and she lied to you. She should be taken into custody.
I don't wanna...
No, that won't be necessary. Just leave her alone. She's been through enough. She doesn't need this police brutality. This guy won't budge. You have to wake Multiface up, forcefully, if you want to continue pushing her.
In God's name, wake up. Manipulating your skill set. The love that did him in. +1, lied about making the call, discussed secret route. God damn it, what do you want?
As you look back, you think, so love did do him in, after all.
I was right.
If it weren't for her, he would not have been there. The shot would not have connected with his soft palate.
Looks like love did him in after all.
She's silent, holding on to her coffee mug. No vapor rises from it. It's cold. Remember this silence. The lady is dangerous. People suffer around her. It appears this one has not been entirely corrupted. This may help. This may help the others see.
Say nothing, let her answer.
Yeah. I'd like to think he didn't love me. Or that it was chemically induced and not real.
Why?
Easier that way.
Was it real?
I don't know.
No.
Real as anything.
Finish thought. Gonna save. Gonna sneeze. Jesus Christ, I definitely am getting...
Hello, officer? What brings you up here again?
In God's name, wake up!
Who? What? Dear Lord, you've been lied to. She could have killed her lover and lied to everyone.
Huh?
She's not the most fair and just at all. She's smoke and mirrors and will-o-wisps. She probably didn't give you her real name either.
What?
Why would she? Arrest her immediately before she further entangles you in her web of lies. Take it easy. Don't overcompensate with this course correction. Ask questions first.
Definitely gotta ask.
Yes. Start at the top. Choose at the bottom. It's how we've always done it. No rush. See?
Kim, why have we not arrested her yet?
There may be grounds here, at least for an extended detention.
A little whimper. The young woman hears you. She's looking around.
You know, I think you didn't make that call to the station. Your real name is in Klaasje. Your real name is in Klaasje.
I agree. You wouldn't give us your real name, not when people are after you.
Okay.
Oh, okay, what?
Okay, it's not.
You admit to it?
You log your work every week. It's all transmitted to Common, sir. I couldn't just beg you not to enter my name. So I lied. Like I lied before. Like I did at LCSB. I have to lie all the time.
Oh man.
I'm so tired of it.
You're probably not even Mizranje 37, are you? Tell me your real name.
It's Katarzyna Lazie.
Oh. Katarzyna?
Could it mean Klaasje is an acronym?
Probably.
Katarzyna Elysium.
Wait, Klaasje is an abbreviation?
It was a sentimental thing.
Oh.
I wanted to be more me here, this time. So I used my nickname.
A nickname? Who gave you this nickname, Klaasje?
Who gave it to you?
A teenage boy. 1,000,000 years ago.
Finally we meet Katarzyna.
She nods. Her round eyes meet yours. They seem moist from the wind on the roof.
You're probably not even Mizranje.
I am. They can never take my sash and my scepter from me.
Yes, they can, for lying.
Enough.
She nods, her back straight, ready for whatever is next.
You know, I think you didn't make that call to the station.
I did. What is this? I called your desk or whatever it is. The numbers are all over town. Call 8-100-2 for emergencies.
1-900-490 freak?
There was an older woman on the other end. It sounded like she was smoking. She took my complaint. She coughed.
That is the emergency's desk number. Anyone could know that, sire, by looking around and calling the desk. I don't believe a single word she says.
I think you're being dramatic.
What time did you make the call?
Thursday night. It was late, sometime after 12.
It checks out.
Anyone could know the number. And that someone coughed. It means nothing.
But I know the time of the call, too. I know I have not been 100% truthful with you, officers. But I am now.
You sense a little hesitation there.
Oh?
Or maybe even fear. The stress was on the wrong syllable. Welcome to the wake-up club, brother.
Devil woman.
What?
Her hand trembles. She's only pretending she didn't hear you say, devil woman.
What if I told you you're under arrest, Katarzyna Klaasje?
But I haven't done anything. Anything illegal.
Failure to aid a police investigation. She purposefully misrepresented information crucial to the case. Fucking mind games. Enough.
Oh, God.
That's right, gang. Stern and merciless now. Stern and merciless as we reel her in.
Failure to aid a police officer. You have wasted your time in a time-critical investigation. You misrepresented information about the case. Without the hardiest confession, we know nothing. You're a suspect in a murder investigation. You're a flight risk. That's all the reason I need. You're not playing these mind games with me anymore. You're coming in. No. Honestly, the misrepresentation of information.
The lieutenant produces a pair of handcuffs.
I'm sorry, Klaasje.
Please, no.
Oh.
But there's nowhere to go. A 2-story drop to the Plaza Mosaic. If she could, she would have run before.
I think I know who did it. Who shot Lely. I can tell you. I can help you.
What do you know? Who shot him?
She's silent for a second, as if looking into herself for certainty. Then, in a hushed voice, she says, gearing up for this betrayal is hard for her.
Oh, man.
Ruby.
Why do you think it was her?
She has this thing for me. Ever since I met her and the boys downstairs. She's been pretty frank about what she wants.
And what is that?
Sex. And more.
Ah.
I made the mistake of confiding in her. I told her I was on the run. She started protecting me. It became an unhealthy relationship.
So it was a jealousy thing.
When I started spending time with Lely, she told me to end it. Said there would be shit if I didn't. It was not a good meeting. We stopped talking after that, but...
I don't understand. What exactly in your relationship made you think she's romantically interested in you?
Oh, come on, Kim.
She said she's in love with me. She even asked me to run away with her when I told her I'm a fugitive. She started developing notions about our relationship.
And you led her on?
A little. I was flattered, you know?
Klaasje.
Then I had to let her off, and it was not easy. I came to regret being friendly with her. We maybe kissed, nothing more.
Sounds like she was fixated on you. It's just a sensationalism and guesses. I don't know what to make of this. She was fixated.
This is just an assumption.
I know what it sounds like. That's why I didn't want to tell you before. But she knew what had happened.
Yeah.
When I came downstairs.
She knew.
Somehow, she knew Lely was dead. She wasn't surprised at all. When we came up here, she was calm as a stone, too. She cleaned it all up like she had a plan.
This is a familiar theory.
Yeah?
You had it too, remember?
Yeah?
Could it be that Ruby was covering up after herself? The lynching? Yet again, you're coming up with this. The worst thing is, it may be true.
So, When Ruby said there will be shit happening if you didn't end your relationship with this deceased, was she threatening you?
She came over one night, drunk, said she'd turn my life into a living hell. I've been threatened before, so I can tell when someone knows how to do it. And she's a pro. She must be. To keep the Hardys in line. I tried severing ties with her after that. I thought it had worked, but...
Some of that fear is still with her. She exhales sharply.
Oh man, poor Klaasje. I feel bad for her.
What are you talking about? She's afraid you'll arrest her.
And how could she have killed him?
You said there was a secret route there, right?
She points to the door that leads to the pinball workshop.
She could have come up through there, then taken this shot. Right here, where I stand. It was too dark outside. I wouldn't have seen her.
But you didn't hear the shot.
Then slipped back downstairs without anyone noticing. That is possible.
Interesting theory. Did she know that door exists? Had you been out there with her?
Yes. She's been up here many times. She used to come to drink on the roof when,
What is it? You're thinking about the peephole, right? The perforation in the pinball workshop wall.
She would have seen us. My bed is right next to...
You mean to suggest she made it?
No. No. Why would she do that to herself? No, I just remembered you told me about it, and...
And?
She's not really sure. It was right above the bed. She could have seen all sorts of things from there.
Oh, man.
Don't let your imagination run wild here, sire. Keep it on track.
Okay, that's it for Ruby, then.
Okay. And what? Arrest the liar now. Don't arrest her. Push her a bit more, but then let her off. That Ruby theory was solid. And she's beautiful.
Authority, not again!
She's stuck here. She's already in prison. Look around. She's only trying to help you.
Who?
Her. Stop letting her distract you.
It's all good, but I think we should still take you in, just in case.
Still? After all this, sir, please. It's a shitty world, and I know I'm shitty too. I know. But I don't deserve to be sent to the moral intern and ground into paste just because I disturbed the sanctity of accounting. That's some multinational...
I don't think you deserve it!
She's gearing up for a last stand. This is it.
What other option do I have?
You have those station calls, right? Where I have to show up at the station or I'll become a fugitive. You can write me one. You don't have to take me in right now. I promise I won't go out anymore at night. I'll be right here. I know you can do that. Just let me come in on my own. In 2 months, or maybe even 1 month. That's all I need.
You do have the form.
That's it. I'm calling it. Kim is beyond compromise.
Kim is not compromised.
Definitely, sire.
What will have changed in 2 months or 1 month?
Everything could change. This city, the extradition rules, the people after me could be in jail. Or maybe Revachol.
There is desperation there, in that silence.
Oh, man.
A cornered animal looking for a way out.
Maybe Revachol could be free. I could be tried in a free Revachol. An independent state that doesn't hand its detainees over to the moral intern.
I find that hard to believe, miss.
I also find it hard to believe. I do like the sound of that. Another Revachol, free independence.
The world can change. It's changed before.
Her political overture has succeeded, we see. This was her last card. There is nothing more she can say. The final decision is yours. You alone stand on the throne of your mind.
I've made my choice.
She looks at you in silence, her face filled with fear, lips parted. Wait. If you arrest her, Kim will have to transport her. You be without your partner for the rest of the day. Shut up. He's making a decision, and it's his to make.
Kim, arrest her before this drags out any longer. Let's write you a station call, Katarzin. If you miss it, I can't help you anymore. Yeah, just a station call.
I won't.
Honestly, the fact that logic was like, wait, if you arrest her, Kim will have to transport her and you'll be without your partner. It was like, Harry, you are in love with Kim, aren't you?
This may have been a grave mistake, sire.
No, it's not.
Maybe, maybe not. Mercy is rarely a complete mistake.
I promised I will be right here all the time, nights too. I'll help you any way I can in this investigation, and I will be at Station 41 in 6 weeks. I promise.
Let's talk about you and Ruby again.
She nods.
That's all.
Okay.
Okay. Kim, you good? Let's change the subject for the time being.
She slowly lights another cigarette and steadies her breath.
Oh man.
As if in the presence of some tiger.
This woman has smoked how many?
You are. This is not the end of this.
Shivers godly. Look up to the grey sky. +1 independent Revachol, -3 snowing dragon when it's stopped. Let's get back to those lies.
Yes, we demand.
No.
She slowly lights another cigarette.
Alright. Oh man. Autosave. Fucking autosave is always fucking me up like that. Anyway, let's check out the window and then go back to the Hardy Boys. I was not going to arrest Klaasje. Poor woman has been through enough.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it.
Okay, hold on. I am going to save this so that I can save scum just in case, because an 85%, 83% is not 100.
Unlike the golden light melts away into the blue, glassy darkness of your mind. In it are two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman on the single bed.
What position are they in?
Like the witness said, the man is kneeling, the woman is on her back. It's the night of March 4th and a shot has just been fired.
Okay.
The man looks directly at the woman. The shot's possible directions converge in his mouth, a ray cast from somewhere outside, entering his brain.
Where does it come from?
From the roof outside, location A prime. The glass fractures around the bullet hole, shards face inwards like a corona behind the woman's back.
Have a look at point A prime.
The ray cast from the man's mouth unravels into a fan of possible directions, all on the roof at first. The shot could have come from any of them. This is composite location A prime, most likely of the origin points.
Shouldn't there be gun residue outside?
There could have been. Then the rain and slush and wind washed it away. This was more than a week ago.
So I'm what, 80% sure the roof is where the shot was made from?
72%, with an antique weapon that fires military-grade ammunition.
Yeah.
A Belma-grave rifle, for example. This is a good short distance, but not too short. The perpetrator aimed with their back against the railing, or possibly kneeling for precision. This would explain why it only took them one shot. The lights were on in here. Outside it was dark. It was like shooting fish in an aquarium, a well-lit aquarium. The victim opened his mouth to let the bullet in. Neither of them would have seen anything outside, in the darkness, too busy with their own bodies.
Could the shot have come from inside the room, a closer point?
Point X would contradict the woman's testimony, rendering the entire proposition void. These figures would be wiped out, detective.
So are there any arguments against I prime, the roof?
None that you've found thus far, but that doesn't mean there aren't any.
I'm not convinced it was right here. Could there have been another point of origin further away?
That's a 28%, yes. In this model, the shot could have come from a greater distance. Nothing excludes the possibility. Should we extrapolate to include every possible point of origin in Martinez?
Inspect the ghostly figures first.
The man does not know the bullet has entered his brain. He never will. Death comes faster than the realization.
Oh man. Extrapolate the radius to include all of Martinez.
According to your map of the district, this shot could have come from a wide angle of locations, starting with the northern edge of the abandoned boardwalk, ending with an islet in the bay. Let's call them B prime.
More precisely?
B prime for boardwalk B double prime for Land's End, and B triple prime for the Islet detective. There may be smaller points in between, but those are too fine to zoom in on.
Have a look at point B prime, the broad boardwalk. That's the one I kind of
700
think.
meters away. The likeliest of these B positions, 20% chance. A skilled sniper could have made the shot, provided he had a safe sniper's nest. Even with the light on inside, we're talking military training. At that distance, the perpetrator would have had to take wind direction into account.
What about B double prime? Land's End.
1.2 kilometers away. The least likely of these positions.
Yeah,
Let's
honestly.
say 3%. A truly skilled sniper could have done it. Possibly from a tent. No, too far-fetched.
What about B triple prime, the islet?
1 kilometer away. A point beyond the docks, on an islet in the bay.
It's not gonna
The
be
fort
it.
is ruined, but the perpetrator may have found a stable spot on the beaches surrounding it, where the concrete crumbles into the sea, as you saw in the coin-operated viewer.
Don't think so, actually.
The shot would have been a small miracle, 5% likelihood. There is an extremely narrow field of view from the bay to the window, between Rue de Saint-Ghislain 10 and 33A. The angle would have been extreme, and access to the islets is questionable.
Kim, do you think the shot could have come from further than the roof? In Martinez?
From where, precisely?
Let's say B prime, the broadwalk, B double prime, Land's End, and B triple prime, the islet.
I see you have given this a lot of thought.
Yeah.
Are those the locations you've singled out in addition to the roof? And what is the likelihood, in your opinion, that it came from a further distance?
It's okay. Much less than from the roof, but still.
Okay, well, we should see if there is gunshot residue or sniper nests if we go down the coast.
Okay.
Roll these spots out one by one.
Okay.
It would be the diligent thing to do. Until then, personally, I'm going with the roof version. It fits the hidden path through the whirling. A simple hypothesis.
Blink and leave. Okay, I have an idea, Kim. How about we go tell the Hardy Boys that they're fucked, and then we enter Klaasje's room from the back to see what the angle from the peephole would have been like. Although I'm not very into the theory that it could have been from the peephole, because that's a very small peephole, and they used a rifle, didn't they? So don't think that's gonna be it. Who are you people and why are you here?
Again?
No. Hey Titus, guess what? You're fucked.
It's you again. What is it?
Let's see what you have to say. Okay, I talked to Klaasje. Now I need to talk to Ruby.
Why?
Because she's your real leader. I'm going to level with you. She's the next link in the chain that leads me to Lely's killer. I've seen her in a laudanium-induced delirium. The paranormal instinct whispers her name into my ear. Look, I need to pin this on someone and I've decided to pin this on her. I suspect she killed the victim, that's why. She's a suspect in another case I'm investigating. She's your real leader.
You're cuckoo, cop. I'm the only man responsible for this unit. Get with it, or fuck off.
How many times must I tell you?
Yeah, fuck off.
She's the next link in the chain.
Sounds like you're making her a suspect in this. Not on my watch, you're not. Ruby's one of us. We're not gonna throw her under your moral intern steamroller. Fuck that shit.
And fuck you too, moral
Hey!
Ruby is missing. If you hide from the police in a murder investigation, you become a suspect. You know how it works, guys.
That's nothing. That's just legalese. You don't even have a sound theory. I don't want to be rude, but we're trying to get some R&R here. Think you could fuck off now?
What happened here? Determine where the shot came from. Make Titus give up Ruby's location. Ruby was the organizer of the hanging. She's also missing, but the Hardy Boys will be tight-lipped about her location. You need to get them to open up. Have you fully explored the whirling? Analyzed the site of the murder? Truly and thoroughly interrogated Klaasje? All this might make missing them easier. Titus doesn't believe Ruby shot the hanged man. Present the theory, make him see something to consider.
I think we'll keep sticking around, Titus. You'll be surprised at how quickly a theory presents itself if you keep looking.
So here it is. Logic impossible. Present a solid theory about why Ruby could have done it. It's 92% for high. +1 found the key in the Union box. +1 saw the winch outside. +1 staged like a play. +1 reconstructed the murder scene. +1 found the antique rifle. +1 Klaasje gave a motive. +3 the secret root has been found. However, as we know, a 97 or whatever the fuck that was, because I already forgot the number, is never 100%. So I am going to stop wasting my time. I'm not gonna wait until
you
tomorrow.
again. What is it?
And I'm gonna present the theory in attack mode.
A sudden flash of light into your neocortex. The hostel cafeteria is lit by its airy blaze. Floor plans, bullet trajectories, webs of human emotion, all channeled into a single thought.
Why are you so sure Ruby didn't off him?
Because she was here, all night, with us.
He's cobbling together shit so he can put her away. It's Cop 101.
Shut it.
She was here all night, 11:30 to 12:15. She was here during all that time?
Yeah, with us, drinking, near the stage there.
She didn't go to the toilet? She didn't go to the bar for a drink? She didn't go out for fresh air for one smoke?
No.
In the whole 45-minute window, she was with you all the time.
All right. She took a fucking leak, okay? For one moment. Maybe went out, too. She has a complex operation to run from her lorry. She's a busy girl. Always has been.
Yeah?
Of course. Ruby is the lady driver in this great big jam mystery. Probably. You'll have to keep investigating. They'll never open up about it.
I got it.
Just because she was gone for 5 minutes doesn't mean she magically got to the roof and shot the merc. I've been through this. It's not plausible.
Oh yeah? Tell me why.
All right. We're in. We got Ruby unaccounted for sometime during the window. This was crucial. Now let's place her on that roof.
You do agree the shot came from the roof, right? There is a secret route in the kitchen that leads straight to the roof.
How?
Through what looks like an abandoned pinball workshop.
People say there was a pinball arcade here, sometime before the hostel. What was it called, Theo?
East Delta Pinball Arcade. Weird place. Went bankrupt.
Weird?
Huh?
How? You're wearing the pinball maker's coat.
What do you mean weird, Theo?
It was run by a fella called Nerflock something, who wore a yellow dust coat like the one you have on right now. Weird guy. Never liked him.
It is a very comfortable coat for such an oldie.
Okay, but how'd you get up? There's no room for a staircase in this building. Or an elevator, for that matter.
Oh, Titus, honey.
The elevator is outside the building. It's an old dumbwaiter used for moving pinball machines up and down from the workshop.
Good one, Kim. From there, a door leads straight to the roof. You can just step outside. Now, good one, Kim.
Thank you.
The lieutenant is glad he got the floor plan right there.
Anyway, from there, a door leads straight to the roof. You can just step outside.
Ruby could have gone up, shot him, come down. All under 7 minutes.
That's quite the theory. We need to have a look at that secret passage, boys.
I'm on it, boss. Right when the law clears, me and Angus are going up there.
It's a dumbwaiter, not an industrial lift. How about I go instead of...
Just now. You got something else to back this route up?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Or is that it?
You do agree the shot came from the roof, right?
Why not? You can't draw a straight line into Klaasje's window from any of the surrounding buildings. Not from what I know about Martinez. Maybe from the coast. But like I said, I've been too busy dealing with you idiots. So no, I don't think it was a sniper. It was close up.
That's twice now that someone says it could have been from the coast. So it came from the coast. I will not be complacent or whatever. It came from the coast. I have to go check out the coast. There's a 72% chance that the bullet came from the roof.
72%. There's a percentage and all. Where'd you get it from? Your guys in the lab?
And I analyzed it on the spot. Turns out I can do that. Yes, big lab back in Jamrock, the Jamrock Ballistics lab. Though I can do that.
No, you can't. I know what you did here on the weekend. People talk. And what they say doesn't sound like a science cob.
Look.
You're a madman.
Look.
Those numbers were an asshole, man.
Yeah, and they don't put hair on the roof either. It's just mambo jumbo. He hasn't got shit.
Well, have you noticed on the winch out back? On the outer wall of the Wirraling?
I've seen the winch. I'm not blind. You saying it's part of the elevator she used to get up there?
Yep.
That's wall mystery down then. An architectural mystery. Doesn't much concern Ruby, does it?
There were pinball machines in the workshop still operational.
Right. What the fuck does that got to do with Ruby?
Nothing. I just thought we could bring some down, get some machines in here. What if they're somehow connected to the murder, a pinball murderer? No, let's get some here.
Wow, man, can we? I mean...
That'd be awesome. I beat that royalist machine 20 times now.
All right. We can get the barman to bring them down. What else?
I also found some footprints upstairs in the old workshop.
Footprints. Recent?
Recent. A week or two. Recent. Size 43. Recent, but they don't fit with any of yours in the scene, Ruby included. There were prints there with horizontal lines. Size 43.
43 is pretty large for a girl, don't you think? But then Ruby's what you call a butch girl. She's no daffodil.
Yeah, but that's what's so cool about her. It's why we've been thinking...
I know what you've been thinking, Glenn. We'll talk about it. Once the murder charges have been cleared.
Titus, you're not really saying...
He's thinking, all right.
Oh.
Glenn gets silence for an answer. Push forward with this theory.
Guess what? Remember that key I found there?
I don't like guessing, Cole. No one does.
It opens the steel door in the kitchen, the one that leads upstairs to the roof. This key was right here, with you, all the time.
You didn't find it, but Ruby did. That's how she got up there.
Quit jumping to conclusions, Theo. You took that key. Did it look like it was recently put there?
No, the ribbon was old, faded. It had been there for 20 years at least.
She could have made a copy. She could have just put it back there when she was done.
Why? This doesn't make sense. It's damn interesting, but it doesn't fit well, and you know it.
It doesn't fit well, but it fits, and he knows it.
Have you firmly established Ruby could have had more access to the roof where the man was shot?
Firmly doesn't go well with could've. There's a route to the roof. Me and the boys need to check it out. That's what we've established. But a route does not put that bullet in his head. A gun does that, and Ruby doesn't carry one.
Phase 2, murder weapon. Get a gun in her hand. If not that, then at least a shadow of a doubt. In the shape of a gun. Just don't contradict yourself. If it doesn't sound like Ruby did it, maybe keep it to yourself.
Guys, this is Rubbish Hole. Anyone could get a gun around here, anyone. I have analyzed the bullet that killed him. It was jacketed. Maybe a small 28% chance that the shot came from beyond the roof. There are weapons like these lying around in Martinez, showing them the antique rifle.
That looks antique. A Velma grave. It's inoperable. Where'd you get it?
There's a cellar under the bookshop. It was hidden here, with others just like it.
20, maybe 30 rifles, Titus. Also broken, but still, there were too many. And there must be other caches too.
God damn it. We need to close that dump down for good.
Okay, I see your point. There are guns lying around.
Yeah.
Damn it. I thought we'd found all the old spots. Why was that still there?
We just missed one. Ruby doesn't know this place, boss. Just these cops digging up shit.
Well, I have analyzed the bullet that killed him. It was jacketed.
So it had to come from a breech-loading rifle. Military grade. Not even you militia monkeys have those. This goes against your short-range theory. If the murder weapon was military grade, how did Ruby get it?
You just showed him a breech loading gun.
I just showed you a bridge loader that any child could have. Just because it's rare doesn't mean you can't have it. I'm just being upfront with that, what I know. No, I just showed you.
A broken old broomstick is what you showed me. But point taken.
Good, thank you.
Time to really close the deal. Show them the bullet.
Hold out the bullet. This is the bullet that did it. 4.46 millimeter. The Belle McGrave uses the same caliber.
The blonde man looks at the mushroomed Deathbringer in the evidence bag and says,
Yeah, the bitch is jacketed all right. 4mm too.
Whoa. Well, goddamn. It's not proof, but it's a possible murder weapon. Close to her. Too damn close.
Yeah?
You have been thorough. I'll give you that.
There is a small 28% chance that the shot came from beyond the roof.
Yes, goddammit, I know what a 72% chance means. It means there's a 28% chance it isn't that. And 28% is no small chance either.
No small at all.
Just making sure we are on the same page. It doesn't all fit. We are just sharing info, candidly.
Guys, this is Rebel. Anyone could get a gun around here. Anyone.
Look, fucko. Ruby and I are pretty tight. She would have showed me the gun if she had one. She knows I love guns.
Yeah, everyone knows Glenn loves guns.
Yeah?
I don't know, Glenny. Ruby's a little secretive, isn't she? Wasn't like she told you every little thing.
This one does not like Ruby. May prove useful.
Shanky, you don't like Ruby? Come on, guys, she's one of you. Of course she's caring, you all are. Klaasje said Ruby takes care of things. You don't do that with a gun in Rebel.
She organizes things. She doesn't whack people. That's not the kind of person she is. She's a talker.
Yeah?
It's clear this one is protective of her.
Easy now, Glenn. What he's trying to say is, people who don't have guns don't shoot people. You need a gun for that. You can't prove she has one.
We have to find it.
You don't need to prove anything. Doubt is enough for now. And Titus must have some.
I didn't say I'd prove she had the murder weapon. Just that we need to find her.
All right. Keep talking. I'm getting a bit curious about some things myself.
Yeah?
Pete, we're not seriously considering it, are we? Ruby wouldn't do this. Why would she do something like this?
Phase 3. Motive. The last component.
Let's do this.
The big one. Get this and they'll give her to you. Remember, don't piss him off. That never works.
It's not why did she kill him, it's why did she organize a cover-up. Maybe it's a part of a leadership challenge against you, Titus. When Klaasje came downstairs, Ruby appeared to know that something was wrong.
Nah, man. That's just Ruby. She's got shit under control. That's her whole thing. That's why she's so good.
Plus, man, it's like female intuition, you know. Women talk to women. Which is sort of why we need someone on the team who they talk to.
Yes, roll your eyes. Female intuition. That's what it was. You're right, Eugene. Yes, she just got her shit together. That's how she knew. Or she knew what happened because she killed him.
Not so useful.
It's not why did she kill him, it's why did she organize a cover-up.
I suppose you have a theory on that.
She could have just been covering up for herself, Titus.
Think about it. Why go through all that effort? It was her idea, wasn't it? The hanging. You went along, but she suggested it.
She had, like, a fully formed plan and shit. Right when she came back downstairs.
Really, Shanks? Klaasje wanted to talk to another girl, that's all. She was just the first one up there. I could have come up with that plan if I'd have been first.
Yeah?
Time for a logics demonstration.
Eugene, let's assume you killed him.
He scoffs.
Think. You kill him. Get up there. Shoot him. Get down.
Would you prefer to go on trial with your friends as a part of a lynch mob or alone for committing murder?
The man is silent.
If she used us to cover her own shit up, well, that's a serious violation of the Hardy Code, boss.
Which is why she didn't. She would never do that. Why aren't more of you defending her? This is fucking stupid, Titus.
Glenn, I thought
Oh
the
my
same
God.
thing when she skipped town and left us in this shit.
Oh boy.
Oh, so he didn't rule her
Ooh.
out completely. And she skipped town. This is good.
Klaasje told me some pretty interesting things about Ruby.
Yeah. Like what?
Apparently she had a thing for Klaasje.
A thing? You mean?
Yeah, but they're both girls.
And?
Girls like girls too, Angus, sometimes. This is one of those times. She liked Klaasje.
I know, it's bewildering for me too, but that was she said. Come on guys, she hangs out with you meatheads. This cannot come as a surprise. It's supernatural, a reality-breaking event, and we just have to accept it. It's scary, yes. She probably went to the university and learned it from a liberal. What Kim said.
Fuck you. First she says she's murdered him. Now she's a too? It's a lie.
No.
Come on, Glenn. She likes Monica's titties more than you do. Everyone knows which way the wind blows there.
I did. I knew it. That's why she didn't fuck me at Fatty's birthday party.
She didn't fuck you, 'cause you're 40 and you still live with your mom, Dennis.
So this is why Shanky doesn't like her. Useful for you. It makes him advocate against Ruby.
Klaasje says she made advances on her, and she thwarted them.
Ruby then threatened her and told her to end her relationship with the deceased.
This is some sordid shit. It's also the kind of garbage our Miss Ronier puts out to cover her own ass.
She did tell us when we were close to arresting her. She just told us Ruby made her scared and she spilled the beans.
That Ruby is queer as cabaret, now that I start thinking about it. I don't know why I didn't see it earlier. And that's okay. Some are queerer than others. You can still be a hardy. But if you bring your own personal shit into our outfit,
And then, boss, use us to cover it up? I mean, that's just fucked up.
If it's true. But it's not, right?
Titus, you have to see it. Things don't add up. We need to talk to her.
Silence. He looks around the room. The old man in the corner nods. A very small nod. And a trickle of tobacco spit on his lip.
Did we do it?
This is the only option he cares for.
Opinion, not option.
yeah, I see it. There's one more thing I've been wondering about. Ever since you asked me where she is. Add it to your list of suspicions, if you want.
Hit me.
I don't know. I don't know where she went. She just got up and left. Got real scared, too. Wouldn't tell me where. However hard I asked. Want to know why?
Why?
She was afraid I would tell you. Maybe she was right. By now, I probably would.
She knew there's evidence on her, and she knew we'd find it. This is typical suspect behavior, why fleeing is always incriminatory.
Perhaps. Ask her if you find her. It won't be easy, though. She made sure of that.
When did she leave?
Friday afternoon, when you first arrived. I got word the RCM was in town. Then she came in to see me. Told me she was leaving. That's when we had our little conversation.
What was she scared of?
I told you. You.
Me as in the RCM?
No, you. As in the cop with the sideburns and the disco clothes.
Don't forget the funny tie too. No wonder she's afraid. I have come to declare the ending of the human experiment. She probably knew me from my singing days. I'm sorry. God, why does everything flee at the sight of my shadow? Have no idea what she'd be scared. I'm just a normal cop with regular thoughts in his head. Don't forget the funny tie.
How can I forget? You know, when I first saw you limping here, I thought she was paranoid or sniffing her own supply. But now I'm not so sure.
What else did Ruby tell you about me?
She said you have a funny taste in clothes and that you won't stop.
Won't stop?
Until you have something on her. She said she's heard of you from Jamrock.
Oh my
that you're
God.
a human can opener. That you play suspects against each other. Open them up. Like cans.
And then when they're all empty, just move on.
Oh, man.
Onto the next can. Don't look back unless there was something you missed.
Fucking hell. Titus, did he just...
Open Angus up like a can? Yes, he did. Now, we can whine about it. Whack him. or we can go on with our lives. I'm having a go on with our lives kind of day, Al. How about you?
It's not an actual question. Silence. He nods.
Is that true, Kim? Am I a can opener?
You are insistent.
Well, considering we played Suzerainty earlier because I kept insisting. Anything else? Anything?
Yeah, there was something else. She wouldn't tell me, though. I could see she wanted to. It was burning on her lips. This called Titus. This called Pete. But she was too scared.
Well, do you have any clues on where Ruby went? And also, I am going to sneeze again.
She's not far. We know that much. She didn't take her lorry, so she's on foot.
Good fucking luck, man. She knows this place like the back of her hand. You'll never find her.
I swear to God, if I'm getting sick.
Yeah, Al. And we won't either.
She's not really a hardy candidate anymore, is she?
She's not, Glenn.
Have you looked for her?
A little. On the coast.
Oh?
Where have you looked for her, more precisely?
More precisely, on the coast, past the waterlock. She's not here, so I'm thinking she's there.
That's the third time that the coast comes up. Can you tell me where on the coast I should start looking?
Sure. There's some shit houses there. A cinder block town. Fisherfolk there refuse to unionize. So, that's one place we haven't looked. I hear they have a shack where junkies sometimes crash. Time for you to step up.
We will start there. One more question. What does Ruby look like?
Yeah, what?
Boyish. Hair's red. Dyed. She looks like a lorry man.
It's not much, but it'll do.
It'll have to.
Shake it.
His grip is firm and reassuring, like holding a piece of unpolished granite. Not just granite, tightly packed RCM sergeant material.
You should be a cop, Titus. No, I just think it.
No, he already is a sergeant.
Yeah.
That's what you're feeling. He just wasn't sure what you are.
Well... Autosave! Oh yeah, I was gonna analyze the footprints over there. I'll be done in a sec. I just want to get done with the footprints. Can I play this again?
The machine.
I can never play that again. I have seen the dialogue for when you actually win at that game, at the pinball machine, and it's beautiful because Kim just calls you your majesty, I think. Because you're like the king of the goats or something. It's so beautiful. Alright.
You clearly see footprints.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new.
Okay, nothing to say? That's fine. Then I'm gonna go guide these guys downstairs. And I need to get done with the lorry driver stuff as well, but I don't know if we have the time for that. And we have to make it here at night so that we can actually sing karaoke. But anyway, next time what we should do is probably... I want to go check in on Elizabeth back at... Oh.
You think you have a pretty hot suspect right now, don't you?
Yeah?
That Ruby of yours?
Yeah, and?
Notice how it came together without casting too much suspicion on Klaasje. It was nice and Ruby-centric in the end.
What do you mean?
Anything struck you a bit off about this mishmash?
Well, the bullet didn't have to come from the roof. It could always have come from anywhere on the coast. The bullet was jacketed. These don't just lie around everywhere, do they? Turned out the bullet was an antique. The footprints on the pinball workshop didn't fit with the old soul's prints. So far, no one has mentioned hearing the shot. This one.
Notice how this hasn't come up at all. Even Hardy and his boys didn't mention it. Neither did you.
Well, the bullet didn't have to come from the roof. It could have come from the coast.
Absolutely. It could have come from anywhere. But you're suddenly so certain it came from the roof behind the window.
No. The bullet was jacketed. These don't just lie around everywhere, do they?
Good point. It is rather rare these days. But do continue.
Turned out the bullet was an antique.
True. Strange how you conducted the whole advanced ballistics analysis and then hand-waved it?
The footprints didn't fit with the yacht soul.
No, they didn't.
I'm done thinking about this.
That's right. Finish thought. Just finish it and conveniently go on. She's watching you leave right now. You know that. Free as a bird on that roof, lighting up a cigarette and thinking, am I glad Ruby's in this shit and not me? Don't listen to this guy. The theory was solid. He's just jealous. Move on. It's no use harassing her further.
Are we sure of that? Are we absolutely sure? Klaasje has been lying to us. I do feel bad for her. But are we sure? Would the game really be insisting on me if there wasn't anything? Like, am I sure of everything? God, this is like the white check to check out the corpse all over again. There's got to be something. Hello, Klaasje. If you're gonna be, I'm gonna be pissed.
Officer, it's a fine day for questions.
Why do I feel like you've won here?
I really don't know, sir. I certainly don't feel like I've won. I feel like shit, sir. All the time.
She smiles. A bitter little smile. She means it.
But this turned out well for you. You've slipped past all suspicions.
Clearly, I haven't. We're having this conversation, aren't we? How well could it have gone, I mean?
The wet wind, heavy with brine and industrial pollution from the stacks nearby, ruffles her hair.
I'm stuck in Martinez just like all of us. I've been up here for... I don't know how long now. I like to call this my rooftop containment facility.
What are you contained for then?
For my sins, of course. The long-standing sins of a bad, frivolous person. For destroying my first love. For working for bad people. The list goes on and on.
This all turned out well enough for you. You somehow managed to not become a suspect.
Did I? Why do I still feel suspicion hanging over me then? What I managed was to get him killed. I'm the love that does people in, remember?
The lieutenant looks away, over the railing. He feels uncomfortable with this conversation. He doesn't know what to add.
Something feels off with this theory I've developed about Ruby.
I don't know what to say.
It all seems fortuitous for you.
None of this is fortuitous for me.
That's it then, I guess.
She nods, slowly, carefully even. There is suddenly a strange glint in her eyes. Not malicious, but dangerous.
Dangerous. Shivers. Can I add something to Shivers to do that one? Yeah, I have enough. And I am going to save to do that. I will stop in a bit. I just really want to do that,
Officer,
Shivers.
Look up. A fine day for...
Nothing happens. There is a mass of droplets above the planetary body, colorless, merging into one another. The sky is low and cold. You hear the distant murmur of motor connections somewhere south of here. That is all.
So, officer...
Okay, I am going to save scum to get that. I will. I'm not against it, Klaasje. I'm gonna getcha. There's something off here. The game keeps telling me there's something off. Maybe I should have arrested her.
Nothing happens.
I should have arrested her, shouldn't I? It's like... She won me over with a sob story. And the fact that she apparently really loved that guy. But the game has made it clear that she has been lying to me.
Nothing happened.
And that she has been manipulating my skill set. So what is this?
Officer.
Look up to the skies and see that I'm just a poor boy. Nobody something or another. Klaasje.
Officer.
Okay.
Nothing happens.
2 more times. 2 more times, and if I can't get it, then I am done for today. Just 2 more. Come on, 2 more times. 2 more times.
Officer.
2 more times.
Nothing happens.
1 more time. Just 1 more. It's such a small percentage. I could always apply 1 more point to Shivers, but I don't know if I should. Maybe there will be something that...
Officer. It's a fine day.
Nothing happens.
Yeah, nothing. That's fine. Maybe there will be something sometime that appears and makes Klaasje more suspicious or something, but I definitely feel like there's something going on here. The game would not be so insistent on the fact that Klaasje has slipped away from me if there wasn't something going on here. But anyway, as I was saying, before Klaasje became my #1 suspect again, next time I am probably going to check in with Elizabeth back at the Vrard, I think. I think she should be with the Vrard, because I have a feeling that she's going to have something to say about all of this, and maybe she'll know where Ruby is. And after that, we will be going to the coast and checking out the buoyant thing by the reeds, or whatever they were, because that's suspicious as fuck to me. And then we'll have to figure out where any sniper's nest could have been. But I fucking know, I have a great fucking feeling that it's going to be from there. Like, this is it. It's from the coast. Something there is going on. Anyway, I got a little bit too invested in this just now. But thank you all for coming. Sorry for not streaming yesterday. You know, I've been sneezing today. And I'm going to take tomorrow off as well, like I always do, but I'm gonna take it off purposely so that I don't get sick. I'm gonna be taking some medicines or something. I don't know if I sound any sicky or anything, but I would prefer not to get ill, you know? But yeah, next time I'm gonna be chasing down Ruby and whatever, and then Thursday, Fatal Frame 2 again. That one isn't a very long game, unlike Disco Elysium, but oh well. Thank you all, and see you later. Bye bye.